And it's down the road we go. Happy Wednesday, 10th day of April 2019. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. Thanks for starting your day with us here on the NCW Life channel on a drop-dead gorgeous Wednesday morning. Look at that view from the cross cam. Man, are we greening up big time, aren't we? All that rain that we had, I think, over the weekend and on Monday certainly helped a lot. No doubt about that. Can't wait to see our Valley View cameras, our high-definition cameras when we get to that portion in just a couple of minutes. Good show for you today. Lots to get to in the world of news. If you're a big fan of salmon fishing on the Columbia River, though, I got some bad news for you there when we get to the newscast coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Also have that weather forecast. You're not going to believe this, but there's going to be snow in the Cascades. Yeah, the snow level is going to be dropping down to 3,500 feet. They're expecting 3 to 5 inches of snow on Stevens Pass tonight. Also, Blewett's going to get snow. Who's not going to get snow is probably I-90, kind of a rain-snow mix there. But if you're going to be driving over the mountain passes today, and especially tonight, you're going to have some winter weather up there, even though it's deeper and deeper into April each day. It's hard to believe. Anyway, weather forecast, news, sports. Exciting baseball game at Dan White Field yesterday in East Wenatchee. Eastmont Wildcats taking on the Eisenhower Cadets. Our cameras were there. Highlights coming your way. Also, by the way, before I forget, it's the first day of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Begin today. It starts in now, and it goes, I think, through August. I can't remember. Never seems to end. We got the obscure holiday. We got birthdays. We got today in history. We have Everybody is Entitled to Mike McNally's Opinion. And in the second half of the program, making her very last appearance before the centennial of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival gets underway. Yep, our friend Darci Christoferson will be dropping by. And I'm looking forward to this visit more than any other from Darci, because on her last visit to this show, before the Apple Blossom Festival kicks off in just a couple of weeks, she brings us stuff. I get swag. I'm looking forward to that. Sarah gets swag. Everybody gets swag. Well, not everybody, just the people that Darci likes. I guess that's everybody, if you think about it. All right, 2.5 minutes after the hour. Let's do it. Let's take our tour. Let's go around the valley with our Valley View cameras. Unbelievable view from the cross camera. I mentioned this yesterday. I'm going to mention it again today. We have really greened up over the last 72 hours or so. Again, it's probably a combination of the rain, the longer days. Certainly the moisture in the ground is helping a lot. This is the time of the year when we really green up. And it seemed to me, anyway, that we were kind of behind schedule on that, but not anymore. Look at that. Just a spectacular view from our cross camera. We call it the cross camera. It's right next to the cross at the tip of Wenatchee Heights. It is an incredible view, and that is a great tool to have in our news gathering operations. If there's an accident or a fire or something that we can zoom in on, that's a 4K camera, so it gets pretty good video, even though it's a reel. It's up there and pretty far away. It's incredible what we can do with these cameras, and those are tools, not toys. I have to remind my coworkers of that. Next up, we're going to take a visit to, that's the Rondo Rock camera, I'm pretty sure, pointing right down the Columbia River. You can see Turtle Rock to your left. You can see US 97A to your right. Homey Gardens peeking out in the corner there. Sun's getting the job done there. Those hills are greening up in a nice way. No reports of any significant rock slides or boulder slides on 97A. It's usually a problem this time of the year when we get those big temperature variations. You know, we get up to 60, 65 in the daytime, and we get down to the 40s or even the upper 30s at night, and that causes the water, of course, to freeze. And then, you know, anyway, we don't have any real problems with that so far this year. Keep your fingers crossed. Hello, Mission Ridge. I can see you up there. Mission Ridge is getting ready to wrap up their season. They'll wrap up at the end of April, and they're going to get snow tonight too. Camera 3 is a visit to the Homey Gardens camera pointing up the river. I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like to me. That's Rocky Reach Dam. So that's a good looking view. That's actually not too far from the Rondo Rock camera. So that's the camera at the very tip of Homey Gardens. Not easy to get to, but a spectacular view nevertheless. Of course, Homey Gardens celebrates their 90th year of operations this year. It's one of the crown jewels of this area. Beautiful view there from Homey Gardens and Rocky Reach Dam, just sitting there making electricity, by golly. And camera 4. Whoa, there you go. That's the Chelan Falls camera. I'm pretty sure there's the sun. You can't miss the sun. It's that big thing that, you know, keeps us going. The mighty Columbia rolling right along. Beautiful view from our Chelan Falls camera pointing up the Columbia, and there's the sun getting the job done there. Great shots this morning from Localtel's Sky-Fi cameras. Yeah, these are towers that are all over. There's 70 some odd, more than that, close to 100 towers all over north central Washington, out in the Columbia Basin. It's a great way to get high-speed internet without getting fiber to your house. Give Localtel a call. They'll take care of you. 6 minutes after the hour from the National Weather Service. That way, if you don't like the forecast, you can blame the government. There you go. As I mentioned before, some light snow in the mountains. In fact, there's a winter weather advisory. It starts at 11 o'clock this morning, goes to 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So over that 24-hour period, 3,500 feet and above, they're going to get snow. They're expecting 3 to 5 inches of snow on Stevens. They're expecting snow on Blewett and a rain-snow mix on I-90, Snoqualmie Pass. But for the valley proper, a couple isolated showers possible. That's it. Partly sunny and a high near 62. We're still going to be dealing with the wind, but not as windy as it was yesterday afternoon. It was really blowing at times yesterday afternoon. Not so much today. West wind about 10 to 17 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy tonight, 41 for the overnight low. Winds die down. Northwest wind 5 to 11 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy, 61. A light wind. That's good. There's still about a 20% chance of precipitation, by the way. Thursday into Thursday night. And then Friday looks great. Mostly sunny, high of 63. When you go to bed Thursday night, it's going to be cloudy. When you wake up Friday morning, it's going to be sunny. And it's going to be sunny all day, although a little windy at times on Friday. I think the golf course beckons. I might slide out of here a little early. Oh, I can't. I got soccer. That's right. Oh, well. Partly cloudy Friday night, 42 for the overnight low. Here's your weekend. Saturday, cloudy and 60, partly sunny on Sunday, and a high near 57. Partly sunny skies. Highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s as we go back to the work week. All of these temperatures that you see, just about normal. That's about where we should be this time of the year. Yesterday's high was 60, or normal would be 61, so we're right about there. And 13 hours and 21 minutes of daylight we get to deal with today. Sunrise at 6:22, sunset at 7:43. There's your forecast. It's almost 8 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's your Wednesday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, agent here at Senior Insurances of North Central Washington, where we help our clients navigate the Medicare world. One of the things we really enjoy doing is teaching our clients about their rights. Like, did you know that if you have a traditional Medicare supplement, you can change that monthly all year long, regardless of prior health conditions? So if you'd like to know more about your options with Medicare, you can visit us at one of our 5 local offices, as well as give us a call at 888-2600.
The Cottage Inn has been a Wenatchee Valley landmark since 1940, making it one of the longest-running locally owned restaurants around. And it's better than ever. Steak, seafood, and their famous homemade desserts for dinner, wonderful lunch items, and breakfast on Sundays, all made from scratch and at an affordable price. It's no wonder the Cottage Inn has been so popular for over 75 years. Enjoy a fabulous meal today at the Cottage Inn on Easy Street in Old Station.
Welcome back. 9 minutes after the hour. Fair skies, 45 degrees. We'll top off in the lower 60s under partly sunny skies and a little windy at times on this Wednesday. Here's what's making headlines. Link Transit announcing a fleet of diesel-fueled buses, a brand new fleet. It's going to serve riders between Wenatchee, Leavenworth, and Chelan. 12 new 40-foot-long coaches are the first arrivals in a fleet replacement effort. About 75% of Link's buses are going to be replaced by the end of the year 2020. The new buses replace the 2007 and 2008 models, some of which have over 700,000 miles on them. The buses cost about $526,000 each. The purchases made using sales tax revenue that was saved specifically for that purpose. The buses are powered by clean diesel and are equipped with the latest in emissions control technology, and that makes them significantly cleaner than the buses that they are replacing. Well, because of the second worst ocean conditions ever, that was back in 2016, there's going to be no sockeye or recreational summer Chinook salmon fishing on the upper Columbia River up to Chief Joseph Dam. State Department of Fish and Wildlife says the ocean conditions were caused by a blob of warm water off the coast of Washington state that devastated the salmon population. Predicted spring Chinook salmon returns are down by over 1,600 fish compared to last year. And the projected sockeye numbers this year are down by over 100,000 fish compared to 2018. There will be some salmon fishing allowed in the mid and lower Columbia River as well as the Snake River. Well, Governor Jay Inslee is being questioned about his use of the Washington State Patrol during his campaign for the presidency. State law requires state troopers to provide security for the governor, but critics complain that the extra $3.4 million proposed in the upcoming budget to cover the costs of his campaign should not have to be paid by the taxpayers. He was questioned about it Monday by reporters during a bill signing ceremony.
Well, I guess what I would say is the law is that that says that the State Patrol will provide security. That's been the law for a long time, and it's been the practice for both Republican and Democratic governors, and so that's what the law is. That's what I would say. That's what I have said.
But there's no corollary for governors who have been campaigning for president.
Well, what I'm saying is the law has been this, which doesn't have exceptions for what activities, whether it's going to a ball game or church or visiting a national park. It has not been distinguished in the law, and that law is being followed.
Starting yesterday, Inslee is going to be out of the state for the next week with one official duty as governor. He'll be attending a global energy summit at Columbia University in New York City. The rest of the time, he'll be campaigning. He'll be on a televised town hall on CNN tonight. Over the weekend, he'll be campaigning in Iowa and New Hampshire. On Monday, he'll be in South Carolina, which holds a presidential primary right after New Hampshire, and Iowa for another town hall meeting. Well, the city of Wenatchee will hold their annual recycling event. It's free. It happens from 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock this Saturday at 1745 South Wenatchee Avenue. Personal identification and proof of residence in the form of a water bill or a power bill or a telephone bill is required. You got to prove that you live in the city of Wenatchee. Acceptable items, you see them for drop-off include automotive batteries, scrap iron, refrigerators, air conditioners, appliances, televisions, laptops, computers, monitors. What you can't bring, pressurized tanks, propane tanks, liquids, paints, aerosols, hazardous materials, mattresses, furniture, fluorescent bulbs, ballasts, household batteries, printers, peripherals, barrels or tanks, and just general household garbage. City of Wenatchee residents can also dispose of tires, passenger tires and truck tires for free. However, if they still have the rims on them, they won't return the rim. So you can't bring propane tanks, you can't bring pressurized tanks, liquids, paints, aerosols, mattresses, furniture, light bulbs, household batteries, printers, and just general household garbage. For yard waste recycling, you can go pretty much right next door to the Stemilt Organic Recycling at 1465 South Wenatchee Avenue. And you can bring brush, tree limbs, branches, leaves, grass clippings, and yard waste. Free loads are limited for that to 2 standard size pickups. Again, it's for City of Wenatchee residents only, and the event is free. And finally, this morning, we're continuing our look at the NCW Life magazines, which is airing this week, and they're spotlighting the Chelan School of Innovation. The pilot school uses big picture learning models to encourage new culture in the classroom. And today, I should say, Senior Esquivel Baldevos shares his story.
I'm Ezekiel Balvinos, and we're at Chelan School of Innovation. I am student council president here, and glad to be here. Why did I join? There's not really a specific reason why I did it. It's just a mesh of different things. But the main reason I'm still here is because there's a lot of different options available to me, and since it's not super strict, I can do whatever I want and get the same amount of credit as I would in a normal high school. Most of the time, I'll be working on my laptop, working on either my blog or setting up appointments for the school or myself, doing different projects. So today, I'm also going to be doing an interview with Cozy, talking about a fundraiser, which is CSI Cold Brew. I'll be, again, working on my blog and just checking emails, do all that stuff.
Making these connections and working toward his AA in business, Ezekiel shares where he hopes to take his career.
Opening my own financial company for middle and lower class income families, so to help them set up plans for their own kids and helping them be able to pay stuff off easier. So for college, it's a long-term kind of payment that they have to do. So helping them plan out what they want to do, and by the time that their student is 18, helping them have plans out for to how they're going to pay for college, doing scholarships, maybe and just insurance stuff. I'm very good at communication and talking with other people, and I did an internship with a financial planning company last year, and that just really got me going on this path. So this is a very recent thing. It's a requirement here to graduate to be doing internships for juniors and seniors and job shadows for freshmen and sophomores. So it's something that you are required to do, and the fact that it's required gets you out into the community, and not just here in Chelan. You can go out to Manson, Wenatchee, different places, as long as you have a solid internship.
While at CSI, Ezekiel helps manage and maintain the main fundraiser for the program. CSI Cold Brew began 3 years ago as a way to help fund field trips and student projects.
And I've been kind of heading it up since last year, making sure we got new stuff. So made the business plan to get a canner, and I've been working on marketing, and we got a website up, social media, and it's a work in progress, but we're doing a lot better now, and it's a lot more professional now than it was definitely last year. So we're using Blue Star coffee to make cold brew, which is just probably simple terms, like really slowly brewed coffee, and over an extended period of time, and it comes out as a concentrate, but we make it ready to drink, and so people can have a can for $3, 10 for a 4-pack, and 15 for a 6-pack. Just about anyone can order cold brew online. They place an order. They can't pay online yet. We're still working on that part, but yeah, they can either email one of the teachers directly or order online.
At the Chelan School of Innovation, Ezekiel says students will find unique challenges that will help propel their education in any direction they choose.
Nothing's going to be handed to you specifically, so you're going to have to work for everything if you want to succeed here. And there's definitely a lot of trouble that sometimes we have with that, but overall, as long as their students hardworking and is looking for new opportunities or a new way to do things, I think this would be it.
And you can watch that episode of the NCW Life magazine or any of the NCW Life magazines we produced by going to our website at ncwlife.com. All of our shows are archived there, not just our shows like this show and the news and all the other shows that we produce here on the NCW Life channel, but also special events, sporting events, commencement exercises, parades, all kinds of cool things. Check it out. Give yourself a little time during the course of your day today and point and click your way to ncwlife.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. If you want to drop us a line on the Facebook message, do it. We have a Twitter handle. We have an email address, news@ncwlife.com. We got all kinds of things. We're on the cutting edge of something. Anyway, don't forget the news with Grant Olson comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Grant in the anchor chair, also doing the weather duties. Eric with sports. Eric's voice is almost back to normal. So the news with Grant and Eric at 5, 6, and 10. Also available to you watch on our website at ncwlife.com just about 5 o'clock in the evening. It is 19 minutes after the hour, 45 degrees. Going to take a break when we come back. Sports, the obscure holiday. Today in history, birthdays. Everyone is entitled to Mike Minotti's opinion. And my conversation live in this very studio with Darci Christoferson, the administrator of the Apple Blossom Festival. Can't wait for that. All coming up between now and 8 o'clock. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I think so. On the NCW Life channel.
How much are you paying for adult, family, or assisted living? Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living offers one-bedroom apartments for one affordable price. Their rates are all-inclusive, no nickel or diming or sudden increases, just one set price. You or your loved one will receive good food and excellent care in a relaxed, home-like environment. Stop on by for a tour to see if the Epladolin family is the right choice for you.
Family-owned and operated Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living in Kashmir. Affordable care.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Welcome back. 21 minutes after the hour. Let's do sports. The crooked number kids rode again last night, winning their fourth consecutive game. Mariners beating Kansas City 6-3. Seattle scored 2 runs in the fourth. That broke a 2-2 tie. They added 2 more in the seventh. They have the best record in the majors at 11-2. Jay Bruce got things going in the first with a solo home run, his 7th. As the Mariners continue their long bombs, they've now homered in each of their 13 games. D. Gordon was the spark plug at the bottom of the lineup. He went 3 for 4, a couple of RBIs, scored a run. Daniel Vogelbach, wow, he's swinging a hot bat. 3 for 5, scored a run. On the mound, Marco Gonzalez improved to the best record in the majors. He's 4-0. He went 6 innings. He allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts. They got Kansas City again today, 5:15 first pitch. Yusei Kikuchi will take on Heath Fillmyer. Heath Fillmyer was just called up a couple of days ago from AAA Omaha. We'll stay with baseball as we go to the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard. Eastmont hosting Eisenhower on a very windy afternoon at Dan White Field Tuesday, but they came out on top. Seesaw battle 8-7. The Cadets built an early 4-0 lead. They scored a run in each of the first 4 innings, but the Wildcats came storming back with 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Storman, Joel Norman, and Eric Grandstrom were there with the call. Highlights. Let's check it out.
1-1. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. That one's going to get down. That's going to be extra bases. 1 runner coming around. That's Murphy. Right behind him is Rule. He's going to come in to score as well. A 2 RBI double for Lucas Banning. 2nd and 3rd for the Wildcats. The pitch to Singleton. Low goes to the backstop. A nice bounce back. Fowler gloves, tosses to McDonald, and gunned down at the plate is Banning. Oh, boy, that close to making it a 1-run game. The payoff pitch from McDonald. Swung on, hit in the air to left center. That's going to make it a 1-run game. Bouncing off the fence goes the ball, and into second comes the base runner, Singleton. It's an RBI double. To their credit, Eastmont has done a great job cashing in with what they can control. 3 runs so far on the inning. Hoping for another here. Long fly to left field. Is that gone? It is! A 2-run shot to take the lead. Kalen Massey all of a sudden is in line for the win.
I was just going to say, yeah, there's 2 outs here. Eastmont's put 3 aboard, but Caleb Massey certainly has the power to be able to jack one out of here. And sure enough, before I can even say it, he does it on the first pitch.
2 errors by Eastmont compared to 1 by Eisenhower. This one's given a ride in the air to right field. Back is Banning. It's over his head and goes toward the fence. 1 run will come around. It's at least going to be a tie game, and now make that a lead for Eisenhower. A 2 RBI double by Steven Rodriguez. 2-2. Hit in the air to center field. Moving back is Spurrier, and that one's over the fence. Another home run. A second 2-run shot of the game for Eastmont has once again given them the lead. They now lead 7-6 after the 2-run bomb off the bat of Hunter Rule.
2-2 pitch, and absolutely killed it over the center field wall. That's that ball probably traveled 400 feet plus.
Here's the 0-2. Hit hard left side, and that's going to tie it up, maybe more. Stopping up at third is 1 runner, but coming in to score is Spurrier. Dean holds at third. RBI single by Gonzalez. Brand new ball game. The 1-1 offering coming. Massey connects and hits it over towards short. Dean throws to second for 1. On to first, just in time. Frost extends, and the double play is recorded, but the run comes across, so it's an effective out. You don't usually say that about those double play balls, but coming in to score is Kimmerly, and Eastmont, for the 3rd straight inning, has taken the lead. Yes, it is. The 1-2, we'll try it again. Hit over to first. This should do it. Handled by Schneider. He'll take it to first himself, and the Eastmont Wildcats are victorious today. They pick up an 8-7 win over Eisenhower.
Eastmont finishes their homestand with a 3-1 record. Another baseball action Tuesday. There's the scoreboard. Chelan topped Cashmere 12-2. And Waterville Mansfield not only scored their first runs of the season Tuesday, but the Shockers plated 16 in shutting out Bridgeport. To the Les Schwab Prep softball schedule, the Ladies Shockers also victorious. They down Bridgeport 12-1. Chelan clobbered Cashmere 22-12. Cascade overwhelmed OMAC 22-0. Eastmont traveled to Eisenhower and picked up the 19-7 victory. In high school soccer yesterday, Cashmere topped Chelan 5-1. Cascade edged Okanagan 3-2. Tenasket blanking Manson 5-0. And Sunnyside proving it's a team to be reckoned with in the Big Nine. The Grizzlies knocked off Eastmont 5-3. On the Les Schwab Prep Tennis scoreboard, it was a day of sweeps in windy conditions Tuesday. Eastmont swept Moses Lake 6-1 for the boys, 4-3 for the girls. Wenatchee took care of West Valley 7-0 on the boys' side, 6-1 on the girls' side. And in Caribou Trail League tennis, the Cashmere boys and girls victorious over Chelan by identical 4-1 scores. The Seahawks, as well as the rest of the NFL, came out with their preseason opponents yesterday. The schedule's kind of in flux. The complete preseason and regular season schedule will come out just before the NFL draft on April 25th. So take a look. Seattle will host Denver in week 1 of the preseason sometime between August 8th and 11th. The Hawks will then travel to Minneapolis. They'll take on the Vikings. That date is set, August 18th. That game will be televised nationally on Fox, by the way. Then Seattle travels to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers sometime between the 22nd to the 25th. Maybe they should just play 3 days in a row. Then they wrap up the preseason against the Raiders at CenturyLink Field on August 29th. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Wednesday. It's 27 minutes after the hour. It is the 10th of April. It is National Siblings Day. National Siblings Day. I have a few siblings, like that motley crew. That was in 1971. That's a picture of the Kuntz kids in 1971. I would have been 7. Look at me. I was a cute kid. That's when I had like optimism and faith in mankind before the weight of the world crushed my hopes and dreams. Here's a more recent picture of my siblings. This was taken 4 years ago at my dad's memorial service. There we are now. We're a bunch of happy folks, the Kuntz clan. Spend time with your siblings. Give your sibling a call. Say hi, especially if you don't see them very often, if they live out of town. This holiday's been going on for quite some time. In fact, there are actual states that observe this. I think 39 states have officially recognized Siblings Day. So don't forget your siblings or your step-siblings, as the case may be, half-siblings. By the way, if you have the same parents, if you have brothers and sisters, you have siblings, and you have the same parents, you share 50% of your DNA with your siblings. That's right, a little something. So celebrate Siblings Day today if you have them. Today in history. Today is the 204th anniversary of the most destructive and largest volcanic eruption ever. We don't have any photos of it. That's the top of Mount Tambora, which erupted on this date, April 10th, 1815, and continued to erupt for 3 months. It killed 71,000 people, and it affected the Earth's climate for 2 years. The next summer, the summer of 1816, was known in the northern hemisphere, in North America and in Europe and in Asia, as the year without a summer. It was so cold because there was just so much volcanic junk floating around in the atmosphere that the sun couldn't get the job done. Crops failed, livestock died. It was, in fact, the worst famine of the 19th century happened because that volcano erupted 204 years ago today. All right, April 10th, 1912, 107 years ago today. There she is, the Titanic, the RMS Titanic, set sail from Southampton, England, on her way to New York. 2,244 people on board, enough space on the lifeboats for 1,178, but don't worry, it's unsinkable. It'll be fine. We'll check in with the Titanic again in just a couple of days. And finally, April 10th, 1970, 49 years ago today, the Beatles disbanded. There you go. Paul McCartney announced that he is leaving the Beatles for personal and professional reasons. The ironic part of all of this is over the previous year and a half, the other 3 members of the Beatles had all either quit or threatened to quit, only to be coaxed back into the fold by Paul, who basically kept the group going for the last couple of years. And then when Paul said, "Now I'm threatening to quit," the rest of the Beatles said, "Fine." But at that point, the Beatles were no more. There's a date that we can say the Beatles hung it up. It was on this date 49 years ago today. And finally, a couple of birthdays to get to at 30 minutes after the hour. Harry Morgan, legendary actor, born on this date in 1915, lived a long life, lived to the age of 96. Of course, probably best known for the role of Colonel Sherman T. Potter on MASH from 1975 to 1983. He was also Officer Bill Gannon on Dragnet, when Dragnet was brought back to television in the color versions in the late 1960s. Also was in a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows. Harry Morgan, born in this date in 1915. And one of my all-time favorite authors, I miss this guy, David Halberstam, was born on this date in 1934, passed away at the age of 73 in a car accident. The Best and the Brightest is one of the finest nonfiction books I have ever read in my life. It's how we got into the quagmire of Vietnam. It is an outstanding book, and all of his books are good. The great David Halberstam, the legendary author born in the state in 1934. Mike McNaughty is on his way with another edition of Everyone's Entitled to Mike McNaughty's Opinion. And Darci Christoferson, the Apple Blossom Festival administrator, will be dropping by live here in just a couple of minutes. But before we get to either one of those items, another reminder about the big destination deal for us locals at Campbell's Resort. That is not a misprint. Rooms start at just $95. That's pretty good. $95 a night is the starting rate for locals only. That's you and me. So if you live in the greater North Central Washington area and you want to get up to Campbell's and enjoy that fine facility, that incredible campus that's been around for 118 years, great food, great wine, great location, great everything, you have between now and April 15th to do it. That's it. April 15th, the locals deal is a done deal. So get it while the getting is good. You got 5 days to take advantage of it. Just give Campbell's a call. Tell them you live in this neck of the woods. They'll take care of you from there, all right? Going to take a break. When we come back, everyone is entitled to Mike McNaughty's Opinion. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
It's always been a dream of mine to own a home. She had credit, I didn't.
And I was like, you know what, let's just go talk and see what we could do to move forward.
We walked into Guild Mortgage. I didn't think home ownership was possible. Tracy had a plan for us. Small things that we could do to establish credit. Honestly, before you knew it, the next step was go home, build your dreams, live happily ever after.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Welcome to another edition of Harrod's Cookhouse Field to Table. Outdoorsmen have been providing fresh food for American family tables for generations. Hunting and fishing is a way of life for our family, and we enjoy cooking delicious fish and game meals.
Oh, that's awesome.
We want to share our recipes with you. This is Harrod's Cookhouse Field to Table.
Watch Harrod's Cookhouse Field to Table Saturdays and Sundays at 5:30 and 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on the NCW Life Channel.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, you hear sometimes how many Europeans speak more than one language when we Americans only speak English. Now, this has probably started to point out just how parochial and unsophisticated we Americans are. Well, Europe and the U.S. have similar land masses, but Europe has about 23 countries and about 50 different recognized languages. Now, most Europeans travel around to different countries and that kind of stuff, where most Americans travel around in America and may never go to Europe. So why do we need to know more than one language? Okay? Most Americans to speak only English is hardly an indication of a lack of intelligence or sophistication. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion.
There was a time when you had to travel a great distance to enjoy premium wine and food pairings. Now you can experience it right here in North Central Washington. Surround yourself with the beauty and romance of the Lake Chelan Valley and enjoy some of the finest winery restaurants in the world. Get your taste of adventure at Siren Song Vineyard Estate and Winery, Wapato Point Cellars Winemaker's Grill, or Sorrento's at Chelan Cellars. All three have their own style and unique charm. Now you're less than an hour from excellence.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Join us for Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCW Life channel. This former police sergeant is plugged into not only the world of the streets, he's an actor and connoisseur of the arts. So join Mike and his guest for, well, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Mondays at 10 a.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m., and Wednesdays at 5:30. It's Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCW Life channel.
Lake Chelan Mailboxes is a small place with a lot to offer. Job one is shipping and receiving from A to Z. They pack it, they label it, they ship it. But did you know we also offer notary service, online computer access, legal forms, copies, greeting cards, and of course mailboxes, even passport photos. Chelan Mailboxes, everything you need in one small package.
And welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz, the centennial, the 100th. It's been going on for so long. When the Apple Blossom Festival first started, Elvis was still dead. That's how long it's been on. And making her very first appearance on this program, give it up for, I'm sorry, the name again? Darci Christoferson, the administrator of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, whose life right now is probably a hurricane, I'm guessing.
It's a little crazy right now, yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. We're ready. We have 160 past royalty members riding in the Grand Parade. Wow. So that part has been a little crazy and overwhelming. I had no idea that many past royalty members would want to come home and be a part of this. So we have a queen from 1949 to the Queen from 2018 coming home.
That's wonderful.
It is.
That's fantastic. And some of them are the complete royal court, like the 53 royal court, the 63 royal court.
Yeah, the majority of, the 50, there's a 53, 55, and 58. All three will be coming home. And then a lot in the 60s. You know, we have 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, all coming home. From 2000 to 2018, literally almost every year is represented in all three girls.
That's fantastic.
So that part is, you know, it's very heartwarming, especially with the younger ones, thinking this is still a pretty awesome memory for them, and for them to drop everything and come home is pretty great.
I'm assuming because of that, the parade will be a little longer than normal?
Well, the lineup is done.
Oh, good.
We have about 114 entries. And what we're doing with the past royalty is, I'm calling them pods. So we have 14 pods. So in each pod, we will have anywhere from 1 to 5 cars. So the first pod will be just the 1949 Queen and the 1951 Princess. We want them to be all by themselves.
Yeah.
And then the next pod will be the 50s, and then the next pod will be the 60s, and then we'll kind of split up the 80s. But that's how we're doing it. So there's 14 pods.
How you doing for transportation?
We still need a few more convertibles.
Okay.
Again, amazing that we can post on Facebook and do a press release and have everybody respond with convertibles. So I would say we probably need about 6 more.
Okay.
But that's amazing. I mean, the festival's only 3 weeks away. The Jeeps, a lot of people have signed up for Jeeps, and that would be a great thing too. We have the younger girls that we'd like to put in the Jeep. So if somebody has a Jeep that they would like to drive in the Grand Parade, that would be super fun.
But you don't have to drive. If you say, I have a convertible or a Jeep, but I'm not comfortable driving to the parade, you can make arrangements for somebody to
It
drive
would
it
be
or
better
not?
if they made the
Okay.
arrangements, just
Okay.
because, again, what we're finding is that everybody is either going to be in the parade or want to watch their person in the parade. So, yeah, if you can provide both the vehicle and the driver, that would be great. And everybody's been doing that. I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing. So that part has been a little overwhelming, but also very rewarding, and I think it'll even be more rewarding the weekend when it's all happening. And then, of course, we have the festival ball. We have about 400 people attending that. That's on Friday, May 3rd, $75 to go. We have a live band, which is the Wenatchee Big Band.
Good.
And then we'll have surf and turf meal and a little program, so it should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a whirlwind week.
It is. I'm
That
figuring out
second
my
week, that big week. This is
schedule, and
crazy.
it's like, okay, how can I be there when I'm really always over here?
Golf, you got the All Service Club luncheon,
Yeah.
you got the big Queen's Ball, you got there's something going on Saturday of some sort of parade of some kind will be going on, and just I don't know.
It's going to be crazy. The All Service Club luncheon is going to be really special this year. Michelle Arias, she is the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish Foundation in Washington and Alaska, and she'll be our guest speaker. And we will actually have recipients of Make-A-Wish from Wenatchee there. So she has some amazing stories that she'll share with us. Tickets for that are $25, and you can purchase those at the festival office, or you can go online to appleblossom.org. But that'll be a really, and the All Service Club luncheon is always like that. It's kind of the kickoff to the big weekend. So, you know, we take a little rest on Monday and Tuesday, and then we have that All Service Club luncheon, and you just kind of walk out of there going, okay, I'm ready. This is just a pretty cool town we live in.
You know, it's funny because I remember a year ago, I said, boy, the Centennial's coming. It seemed like it was going to be just forever.
I know.
And that's
now it's here.
it's 15 days, 16 minutes, and 28 seconds away. I got the clock right here on your website. Let's get to the big important stuff. Let's get to the swag.
Oh, yes.
Let's bring this stuff out.
So this is the official portrait of our girls, I call them our girls, but of the royalty. And this, we kind of reenacted how the pictures used to be done in the 70s. So this was the old fashion shop for everybody that's, lived in Wenatchee forever.
Wasn't it like Webb's or it was? I'm trying to remember.
It was the fashion shop.
Okay, and it had the big staircase in the middle of it.
Yes. So back, when I was queen, the fashion shop always donated the queen's gown, and then somebody else donated the princess gown. So this, if you go into our office, every picture in the hallway is of this look. So we thought it would be fun to reenact this, and with the color of their dresses, it really worked out great. So of course we want to thank Anna's. She went beyond this year. I mean, these dresses, and from what I understand, are going to be beautiful on the float. I have not seen the float yet. We have our unveiling on April 16th, but some people have, and it's a pretty awesome float from what I understand. So.
All right, let's go through the goodie bag.
So so I'm wearing, this is a great hoodie, and the reason why is because this is why people think it's great. Is it doesn't have the band on the bottom. See that? We've got little pockets and.
Oh, I like that because I'm a pretty heavy set dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's one of our 100th shirts and sweatshirts, and then we have it in red and the color I'm wearing, and then we have it in a navy. It's called a heather navy.
And these will be on sale at the booth by the beer garden. At the office?
They are, and what I'm really encouraging people to do is to come into the office now. Or you can go online at appleblossom.org and get your shirt early. Yeah. Because then you're guaranteed to have it. And this is
some of these like are super popular, and they
are. This
if you wait too
I
long,
posted something on Facebook with these shirts, and we are almost sold out of the red already.
But I like the burgundy.
I do too. Yeah. We're calling it Merlot. Wine Merlot. So this is our Merlot. This is our cab.
Okay.
And then the navy, I don't know what that could be. And then this is our cool polo shirt for men. And actually, I ordered smaller sizes in it too. So women could wear it also.
Oh,
but
this is gonna find a home.
I know. I know. Isn't it cool?
I love it. I love the gold on the.
So we got the gold official logo on that. So So this is our polo shirt. And then we have another sweatshirt that is a banded hoodie, and I didn't bring it, but it's in pink, green, and a gray. And it's in a 100th logo also, but it's more earthy look, I guess.
Okay.
And then we have another logo that we're using. In fact, I have, sorry for the noise, people.
Oh, that's okay.
I have a little sticker right here, and this is the, oh, you can't really see it. Can you see that? Can you see that?
I
There.
don't- yeah.
This is a sticker that you can put on your water bottle or
Okay.
your car, but then we also have t-shirts and hats with this logo on it.
Okay.
So I just really encourage people to go to appleblossom.org and at least look at all the clothing, and then you can come down to the office and buy them, or you can just purchase them online.
Who did the logo, by the way? I love it.
Kyle Barnes.
No, he's
Kyle
my
Barnes.
classmate. He's one of the legendary members of my class.
He did all the logos. He did
Yeah.
this one, which we call this kind of our corporate 100th logo. Which
It's got the apple and the blossom.
I know.
I
And
just
we
love it.
actually are using this more than we're using this one. This one is on our booster pin, and then we do have it on our t-shirt too. But this one's just so cool and fancy.
It's classic.
So, yeah. And then we have some mugs in here for you, and a water bottle. See, keep hydrated. Yes. So we have lots of cool things, and just, again, go to appleblossom.org, or we'd love to see you at the festival office at 2 South Chelan Street.
This is a 5X. This is probably Eric's. I'm joking, Eric. That is, I just love
I
this
know. And then we got this cool little bag here for you.
Oh, yeah. Put all the stuff in it.
Put all the stuff in it.
Cool.
And so, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How's Dina?
Dina's doing great.
Good.
You know, she's of course worked very hard all 3 years to get to this point, and it's kind of like planning a wedding. You know, that's how I always say it is. You know, you get engaged, you're the person, and then you're making all the plans, and then you wake up and it's all over, and now it's back to reality. So that's kind of what the festival is for especially for the Director General. Is, you know, once their year's done, then they're kind of done. Now, Dina's a little bit different because she'll still chair the auction, and she'll still put up tents. So for her as Director General, it won't be over. But for a lot of them, it's like you wake up Monday morning and it's over.
I wonder how many thousands and thousands of volunteer hours Dina has done over the years. So if you,
A lot.
I mean, it's unfathomable.
Yeah, and it is hard because some of her volunteer work is her work, so it's kind of a mixture of both. But yeah, when it comes to the beer garden, she was a big part of that, helping Alex, you know, start the beer garden. And this year it's going to be a little bit hard for her because she won't be in the beer garden as much as a volunteer. She may be in the beer garden for other reasons.
She'll be dropping by.
She'll
I can
be,
guarantee
but
you
that's
that.
kind of what the
Yeah.
Director General does. Is it's more of a PR job than a volunteer job. So she will be doing lots of PRing.
For those of you who don't know, the beer garden got bigger last year. They took out, the city of Wenatchee had a bunch of rose bushes. They were in bad shape. They were not being particularly well maintained. And so they ripped them all out, which gave you guys a lot more square footage to expand the beer garden.
Yes.
And it worked to,
It did. It
really
did.
worked.
And they're trying to get it to be a little bit bigger. We have some extra fencing panels that Dina and Alex are going to play around with on Wednesday before opening day, and see if we can make it just a little bit bigger. We think the Saturday of the big weekend, May 4th, will be a little bit busy. You know, all the past royalty, that's what we're encouraging them to go down and be a part of the beer garden and the entertainment. Wild Turkeys is our band, our closing band for Saturday night, which everyone loves the Wild Turkeys. So we're kind of thinking we need to expand it just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, I mean, I have almost perfect attendance. I'm very proud of that. Also, from day one, from the very first beer garden, and the very first time that they brought the beer garden out, I was a regular down there, doing my best for the economy.
And we'll have cool beer garden shirts too that will be for sale.
Good.
They're the baseball shirt, and we're doing a navy sleeve, and then the logo will be in navy. And then we're doing kind of it's probably this color a little bit, raspberry color, that we'll be doing also. So those will be for sale.
So when do things start getting set up at Memorial Park is the hub of activity with the entertainment and the stage and the beer garden and the food and everything.
Yeah.
When does that start happening? When do we start seeing staging going up and all that stuff?
So starting Monday, the 22nd. So Easter's late this year, so we'll have Easter, and then we'll wake up Monday morning and we'll start pulling out the garbage cans, and Dina will start putting up her tents, and and then the shed will arrive, and the entertainment stage will arrive. Town Toyota Center donates that stage for us every year, and that is so awesome. Remember our wood stage?
Oh, that was right over the fountain, and it was just
I mean,
awful.
I think about our wood stage, and I can't even believe we did that for so many years.
I mean, it was functional.
It was.
But that was all it was. It was functional. But having the stage from the Town Toyota Center, it's big, it's tall. Everybody, there's no obstructed views.
Yeah.
You have the scaffolding, and you work with, I'm sure, Todd again and his crew.
Remember when we had that little shelter?
Yeah.
From
It's
Cashmere, I
amazing
can't
how things
remember.
have changed.
Yeah, so those boys will all start putting that all together Monday morning. It's a process for sure. And then opening day's Thursday with Chief for a Day, and then we'll continue on to mariachi all day long. And then on Friday is the opening ceremonies with Grace City Church again. So I just got an email from Josh McPherson, Pastor Josh, today, and he said, "Okay, let's get together. I got it all figured out. I know what we're doing." So that's always amazing.
How many texts, phone calls, and emails do you get a day this time of the year? Do you
My
even know?
husband knows, because I'm always like this at home. But a lot.
Yeah.
I really always encourage people to please email me and not text me this time of year, because I get so many text messages, and then I read them, and then I'm like, okay, I got to write this down. And when it's an email, it's right in front of you, and you always have it going.
Yeah.
So that's always my line when I get a text. Can you email me that, please? But I get a lot. I mean, I wake up every morning probably with 40 emails a morning, and then go.
And every one of them is urgent.
Yeah. And right now, of course, a lot of them is past royalty questions, convertible questions. And so I always say, too, with convertibles, you can email me and tell me that you're going to be a convertible person in the Grand Parade, but just fill out the app, because then I see it on the spreadsheet and I know that you're in. So, but yeah, I get a lot of. But it's great because our app's helping a lot.
We
have
gotta
an app
download the
now.
app.
You got to download the app, because when we answer the phone, people ask the question, when does the parade start? And we always give the time, and then we say, we have an app for that. So we really encourage people to download our app, because then you don't have to call, and everything's on there.
Everything you need.
Everything you need.
And they update
and
it
our
all the time.
website, too.
They update it all the time,
Yes.
and they do breaking stuff like, getting you around town and things like that. It's
Our
all there.
app will have all road closures. Allie does such a great job with that, our social media person, and same with our website too. That's updated all the time. So be sure and check those things out first before calling, because you may get our answering machine if you call, just because we're on the phone and running around doing stuff.
When you're running around doing stuff, by the way, at your local grocery store or convenience store, and you're hanging around the Pepsi products, you're going to notice something a little different. I saw them yesterday. For the first time, you're going to see them on this show, as a matter of fact. Talk about that. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, again, a year ago, once we had this logo, Greg Wood with Weinstein Beverage has been talking about doing this for a while. So basically, it's a Pepsi can with this logo on it, celebrating the 100th festival. And I don't know how many cases and cases there are, but Pepsi did that for us this year.
They don't make the aluminum cans here in good old Wenatchee town, so that probably
it was a process.
You had to go through a lot of things to get these special cans made.
Yeah, we got this logo done actually in the middle of last year's festival. So as soon as I got it done, I sent it off, and then I didn't know what was happening until the can arrived. So I don't know, but that's a Weinstein Beverage thing, and they are really our longest sponsor. They've been with us since 1983. So we always want to thank Weinstein Beverage for all they do for us.
That was a great festival year, 83 was.
85 was better.
83 was awesome. Wish I remembered.
Which you have 8 girls coming home. 8? Yeah.
Yeah.
8 girls coming home from 83.
Great, that's fantastic.
89 has 9 girls coming home.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 girls.
Wow.
So another thing that's happening too in the grocery stores is Jones Winery. And Columbia Distributing, they have a special sticker that has this logo on it, the 100th sticker, and a 100th logo. And if that sticker is on a bottle of wine, whether it's at a restaurant or at a grocery store, and you buy it, proceeds go back to the Apple Blossom Festival.
Okay.
So it's on every kind of wine that Jones provides. So we really encourage people to take a look at that when they go to the grocery stores, or if you order wine at a restaurant, be sure and ask, is it an Apple Blossom Jones wine? And proceeds will go back to the festival.
A couple more items of business. It's funny you bring that up. We got about 4 minutes left. People forget that the Apple Blossom Festival is a 501(c). Darci gets paid.
501c4.
C4. Darci gets paid. Her staff, which you need a bigger staff, by the way, they get paid. Expenses are paid, and then all the money that's left over gets shoved right back into the bank account and rolls over for the next year.
Yep.
So, which is one of the best moves they ever made. There's nothing against the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, but when they had an amicable divorce, shall I say, and the Apple Blossom Festival became its own entity, that really upped the game. I think that's when the festival really started to take off.
It did. And again, nothing against the chamber at that time or the chamber now. It's just, it's way better for us. And that's really why a lot of festivals aren't surviving.
Yeah.
We just lost Tacoma Daffodil Festival. They're still having a festival, but they're not growing. And that's because they're a part of their hosting organization or they're a part of their chamber. And it just doesn't work. You just have to really be on your own. And it's worked great for us.
It's our little 10-day party.
It is.
That's what I've always called it. It's our 10-day party, and everyone's invited. Just come on in.
Where the party never ends. That's our theme.
That's the theme this year.
Yes.
The film. We're almost there.
We are there.
The film is completed.
Yes.
The premiere, if you will, is on April 20th.
The premiere is April 20th. It's at 7 o'clock at the Performing Arts Center. You can get your tickets at the Performing Arts Center if you go online. I think they're sold out for the premiere, but you just might want to check and make sure. And then Liberty Cinema, they're also celebrating their 100th birthday. So they are premiering or showing the documentary on Sunday the 28th, and then Wednesday the 1st, and then Sunday the 5th at 6 p.m. So you can purchase tickets just like going to a regular movie on their website, and you can watch it on the big screen.
And you need to experience it on the big screen.
You really do.
Yeah.
I saw it on a bigger screen one time, and then I saw it on a little screen, and it's a big difference, definitely.
So people are going to want, say, where do I get my copy, Darci? How do I get my DVD or whatever it is? How does that
you
work?
can go to appleblossom.org right now and get the DVD for $25, or after the premiere, we will have it where you can buy it on an app. I don't know how that all works, but there will be a way to do that.
Okay.
So as soon as we do the premiere, and as soon as they're done with showing it at Liberty Cinema, just like real movies, then you will be able to purchase it on something. Yes, on something. So, I'm really proud of it, and North 40 did an amazing job, and we have 11 amazing sponsors that really totally made this happen. Stimulate Growers being the big sponsor of it, and then we have 10 others. It's just pretty awesome that it's happening. So I'm a little nervous. It's something that, January of, 2017, is that right? Yes, January 2017, no, 18. We made the decision to do this, and to think that it's here, it's so weird, but.
I can't wait. Speaking of really awesome stuff, we're going to be everywhere, the NCW Life channel. One of our two of our highest rated shows that we do every year, one already came and went. The Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank that we did, because it gets huge numbers. Our website almost crashed. With people watching it from all over the world, literally. And the Stimulate Growers Grand Parade. We'll be doing it again this year, live in high definition, 6, 7 cameras, drones, the whole 9 yards. New location, we'll let you know when we have it completely locked down. We'll also be doing the Kai's Fiber Youth Parade. We'll be doing the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade. We will be there covering those 3 big parades live, and we'll be zipping in and out and hanging around the food fair and doing fun, goofy stuff. So we'll be there. We'll be all over the festival as usual. I mean, why not? It's in 15 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Don't do that to me. I haven't looked at that in a
So
while.
this counts down to Chief for a Day, noon on Thursday? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's opening day is at noon. Well, probably 11, or maybe it is noon, because the food opens at 11.
Right.
So it all begins.
I'll be there at 8:30
on Thursday. And then our souvenir
right
program comes out. So those of you that get the Wenatchee World, you'll get your souvenir program in the Wenatchee World on April 17th. And then we, of course, will have tons and tons of extras. And then we actually, you will be able to see the souvenir program on our website.
Okay.
So you'll be able to flip through it on our website.
Darci, we got to go. We're out of time.
Okay.
Thanks for all the swag. Next time, bring some stuff for Eric, too. Everybody, have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.